Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another Ilm Feed podcast with your host Shabir Hassan, and really excited for today because we have a dear brother all the way from New Jersey, USA, Atlantic City, and subhanAllah, you would have probably seen him in a video in which he broke up a street fight in his neighborhood between two young men. That video went viral. That was, I think, all the way back in 2017. It's been a few years since then, subhanAllah, but since then he's been traveling the world and he's been inspiring and touching the hearts and lives of so many people, and that's why we're going to be welcoming brother Ibn Ali Miller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh.
How are you, bro? You okay?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. I'm really happy about you got the Atlantic City part right.
Yeah?
Yeah, most people, they think I'm from Atlanta. But it's
Atlanta,
like, 15-hour drive away from home. Yeah, so alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you? How have you been?
Good, alhamdulillah. Really good to
Family's
see you again.
Good to see you again as well, Habib.
MashaAllah. I know we were just talking about it, but we've bumped into each other. We've crossed paths a few times.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time we were just talking about it.
Are you going to share some poetry with us today?
I'm not.
Or you don't do you still do poetry?
You know what? I've kind of stepped away from. I'm still doing it.
You've become a big bad podcast interviewer, and then you don't do poetry. No, mashallah. Yeah, maybe Mfee would really appreciate if you fed us some nice poetry, bro.
Likewise, bro. We'd like to hear from you as well, inshallah. But yeah, I remember that program was in the masjid, and it was just really nice vibe. We had a lot of youngsters there. Yeah. I tell you one thing. Should I share something with you that stuck out from the first? Because that was the first time that I met you as well. One thing that I think stuck out for me personally was after the program actually, where everything was done, people were getting ready to leave, and I remember I think the announcements were still going on, like those final announcements to end the event, and I just saw you and you started like playing with some of the kids. You just went up to them, you started like tickling them, fighting with them in the masjid, and that's a beautiful scene because, you know, it's obviously exactly what the Prophet ﷺ he would do, the way he would play with children, show mercy towards them. I just want to start with that actually. Like, I haven't seen that as much before. Like a speaker who then starts playing with the children out of all people. Why did you feel like that's something important to do?
Well, if you remember at that same event.
Yeah.
I was because I remember that event a bit differently than you remember it.
Okay.
Right. So I remember playing with the kids because I love kids.
Yeah.
And I like playing with kids, and I'm not used to being on camera. I'm still not used to being on camera. To be honest with you. But especially at that time, 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't have any like etiquette when the camera's rolling. Right.
Okay.
So after the talk, you play with kids because you're here. You're talking about all these deep concepts.
Yeah,
you're talking about life and death and worship, but these kids are 6, 7. Like he wants to play video games, so he's here with his dad. But for me, it's important that he leaves away from this event feeling uplifted as well. But he may not have understood anything that we said. So you play with them just to give them some special attention. That's the main thing. If shaking their hand was enough to give them the attention, I would shake their hand. Yeah. But these kids, they're so on the phone, on the tablets, on the TV. I don't even think they play fight with each other anymore. Like,
I don't think they do.
Outside,
yeah.
We used to like cops and robbers or Batman and Robin or and that interaction is very important for growth and development. So for me, especially with young boys, man, you wanna show them love in a way that they can receive it. So you give a talk, some people understand the talk. Yeah. But some people just want to smile. They want to laugh. They want to smile. They want you to touch them. Like, that's it. So I think that's the main thing with the kids. But for me, I didn't want to leave that talk because I remember there was a kid who asked me, he said, what's up with the gun culture in America?
He asked you this.
Yeah, he asked me, what do I think about guns?
Okay.
Right? And I told him, I don't think anything about guns. Or he asked me if I owned a gun or something to that effect, and
probably because of the perception that the youth have here, like because the laws are different, so he's probably just like
I learned the laws were different in that conversation.
I think I remember that actually.
That, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, guns are guns, bro. Like guns are guns, right? That guns are guns, right? And if a bad person gets his hands on a gun, then a bad thing's gonna happen, right? But good people with guns are no problem, because guns are just guns. They're not. They're just. It's just a piece of metal that it has to be operated. It can't operate on its own.
It's like a knife or any other tool.
It's like a knife, and you guys got a lot of knife crime here. Like almost every talk I'm giving in London is based on knife crime.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of knife crime. They call it splashing, right? Or the acid attacks, or it's crazy. And so the kid asked me that, and I remember being, and I told myself, I said, in America everybody has guns. Like, what do you mean? Everyone has a gun, right? And I said, and I asked him, I said, you don't have a gun? It was a joke. It was a joke. It was an honest joke. I said, you don't have a gun? Just as a joke. We grew up with play guns and like, you don't have a gun? And he's like, no. But I seen all of the uncles, and they were like, Ibn Ali, you know? And then I remember asking someone, I said, wait, you guys don't have guns here? They say, no, we don't have a Second Amendment here. I said, you don't have a Second Amendment? What kind of country is this? Right? And it's a beautiful country, by the way. England, I believe to be a blessed land. England is, mashallah. Mashallah. Yeah, this is a beautiful place. And the Muslims here are very vibrant, and Islam is very vibrant here. It flows here like a stream. It's beautiful, mashallah. We don't have such such a vibration in America. No. Right? So he asked me about the gun, and I was just like, you don't have a Second Amendment? They said, no, we don't have a Second Amendment. But here I am. It's my first time out of America. England was, before I went anywhere else, I came to England first.
Wow, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Canada, because America, the States, we don't count Canada as a part of America. Okay. So it's North America still, but that's not the States, though. The States are the States. We're by ourselves, and we don't count Canada inside of that. Yeah. So, and they don't count us inside of them either. They don't, like, we don't say we're all North Americans. You know, I'm American, they're Canadian, like that. And so I went to Canada first, but as far as, like, crossing the pond, as they say, I came to England. And at that time, I'm like 26 or 27, and I had no idea that they didn't have a Second Amendment in England. And that was, so my mind changed. I said, okay, this is called context. This is called context. So, okay, we all say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I'm a Muslim, I'm in a masjid, I'm giving a talk to some Muslims. Yeah. So that's some commonality that we have. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. We all believe in one God. We all believe Muhammad is the last messenger of Allah. Done. Right? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But what I'm going through and what you're going through is different. And it's unfair for me. To put the struggles that we face and put those struggles on you. And it's unfair to me, because of the struggles that we face, to make your struggles less important. So in America, we got gun violence. Like, no one's using a knife. That's not a no. They have sayings like I think Jay-Z said it in like an old rap song. He said it like don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Like, that's how we were raised, bro. Like, a knife. They're gonna laugh at you with a knife, right? Wow. Someone's gonna kill you if all you have is a knife. Yeah. And so when I come here and I see so much knife crime, for me, I say to myself, I said, no, man, this knife crime they have here is just as bad or even worse than the gun crimes you have in America. And there's a little kid that taught me that. And I also realized, I said, okay, you guys are also influenced by maybe some negative parts of American media more than you ought to be. More than you ought to be. Yeah. Because the uncles, they were surprised he asked the question. But the kid asked the question because he's curious. Because, in America, they have guns. How do you know that? I didn't ask him this, but I'm sure it's either some music, some movies, video game, Instagram, Facebook, but something gave him exposure to America, and he was exposed to guns this way because they don't have guns like that in England. Yeah. And one thing I realized, in order to use a gun to kill someone, is I can stand on the other side of this room, or farther than, like, they got guns that shoot miles away. So in order to kill someone with a gun doesn't take much bravery. Yeah. And I think in order to kill someone with a knife is far more intimate. To, like, if I stab you, then I have to touch you. I have to at least touch you, right? Like, you have to be close
impact
enough.
On the body. Yeah.
and you have to have there has to be something motivating you to do something like that. That's very, very deep, and then to see it happening over and over and over and over again. I think you guys are in a crisis. I think you guys are in a crisis, and I think it needs to be addressed. And I think if you sweep it under the rug, this next generation, I think things are going to get far worse than what they are.
Yeah.
And but I learned all of that from a little kid, and,
Wow.
and that was the first time I met you. Talking about knives and guns, bro. Yeah.
But it's important to like discuss these things. Of course, like it's interesting how you said that you learned something just from a kid, right? Who asked a curious question. But all of that, I think all of those things are like super important. It's really interesting just to hear your first experience. Like I didn't even know that was your first time.
First time ever out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do holiday. I never been anywhere. I don't, and like, yeah, being Black American, we don't have a country to go back to.
Yeah.
So we don't claim Africa as home because it's just I mean we're the children of the slaves. So I mean you got Africa, but then you got like the Europeans that mix with them, the Spaniards from Spain that mix with them, the Native Americans that were already there that mix with. You got so many different races that make up the Black race.
Yeah.
Of course, it's predominantly African.
Yeah.
And then even in Africa, there were other Africans who sold us to the Europeans for pepper and guns, right, or gunpowder.
Yeah.
So we don't have a language, and we don't have a home. So we don't. In order for me to visit my family, I'm going to the South.
Yeah.
Or I'm going out west, or they're coming to the East Coast. But we already, for us, it's like, unless you're going to go study deen, maybe.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to leave. Even to study deen, you don't have to leave America anymore. So we don't leave America for anything.
We don't really need to.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
You know, one thing it reminds me of, just it's a complete separate point, is like because you know how you came, you didn't know the context of the UK, you didn't know the context of London, and you kind of think. It's like this is why a lot of the scholars say like you should never, like for example me being someone who lives in the UK. You shouldn't give, or you shouldn't take fatwa, a legal ruling from someone who comes from another country. Does that make sense? Or if I go to America, I shouldn't be giving rulings based on what's happening in America, because I have no idea what's happening there. And because it can change. Yeah.
To go to a people as a scholar and you don't understand their condition.
Yeah.
It's a crime.
Yeah. So it's interesting that point, and then also coming back to you interacting with the youth. Because I think what you said again is really important, how a lot of the youth, they come to these events, and mashallah, like a lot of these programs are super beneficial, but as for the kid, like you said, he or she, they're looking at their phone, they're looking down.
To benefit is, man, to benefit.
Yeah.
Because remember her dad and his intention that we learned, we say, "Oh Allah, I intend to learn and to teach, to remind and be reminded, to benefit and be benefited, right? To guide and be guided, to call to the book of Allah by in the sunnah of His Messenger Sallallahu by clear proof and correct knowledge, to seek the counsel of my Lord, nearest to Him and His reward. Ameen." Right. So, whenever I'm coming somewhere, I take the intention from Imam her dad. I'm coming here, right, to benefit you and to be benefited.
Yeah.
Right? I'm coming here to guide you and be guided. I'm coming here to remind you, because the believer is benefited by the reminder. I'm coming here to remind you and to be reminded, right? And one thing that I've seen from speaking around the world is that some of these talks are just non-interactive.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do I know that you really feel me if... and maybe I'm the wrong person to ask for this, because some people, like they just love it. But for me, man, it's really rough. If we don't have some type of interaction, it's very hard for me to communicate that way. So it's very hard for me to just talk at you. And I think the young kids of today is that they're told, hey, come to this event so you can get a benefit. But no one's explaining to them how much benefit you bring to the event.
Yeah.
And I think these young kids, they need to, we need to start showing these guys like that, that real place and uplifting them, because those same kids that come to the program, they had a mom or a dad or someone that said, you got to go to this program.
Yeah.
Right? But kids with problems don't come to programs. But they know these kids that came, they know these other kids.
Yeah.
So if you can help those kids, those are going to be the kids that are going to possibly go get the kids with the problems. Not you, not me. Not Uncle so-and-so, not Auntie so-and-so. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. that's not going to be. It's going to be that kid who was front row at your event.
Yeah.
He has a friend that's never going to come to the event. It's him that's going to spread the message.
So true.
So we have to make a point that, for me, whenever I see young people, I don't care where we are, young people are always the most important people. Period, bro, because they're the future.
Yeah. And going back to, I know you've probably, over the last few years, you've probably spoken about it so much. Going back to the video that a lot of people would have seen. I think there's just two things I want to touch on that. Obviously, number one is how you said that a few years back, going back a few years, you probably didn't travel. You didn't leave the US, and now, mashallah, you've been traveling a lot.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
And that must be like a complete different experience for you. Because they say like, go out and travel, and you learn, and you see different cultures, there's different experiences. Let's start with that first, like just that whole journey, like how everything changed.
Is that once you leave home, you never look at home the same again. So for me, America used to be, not even just forget America. I don't know, because there's some parts of America that I still haven't been.
Okay, yeah.
America's huge, bro. Like,
yeah.
It's not like England. Where
it's not like
one day drive the top all the way from what's up top, Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. You even go Scotland. You
Scotland,
can do it in a day.
Wales, whatever. But I can leave Wales and I can be in Birmingham in one day.
Yeah. You can't do that in America.
No. You get from New Jersey to Florida in like 24 hours.
Wow.
That's like halfway on one coast. It'll take you days to drive across the whole country the other way, right? So there's parts of America that I haven't even visited yet. That I may never visit. But New Jersey, Atlantic City in particular, that used to be my whole world. Those couple blocks, those couple families, those couple ghettos, right? Those couple incidences with guns, those couple incidences with drugs, those couple murders, those couple big police stories, those couple of big... That was my whole world. And those couple of Muslims. And those Muslims. And that masjid was the masjid was my whole Islamic world. It was my Shams, it was my Yemen, it's my Medina, right? Like, it's my that masjid is my everything. It's my whole Islamic world, bro. I don't know anything else. And so when you travel, and what I found, and it was a great favor for me, because when you're stuck inside of a box, you say, I want to get out.
Yeah.
I want to get out. I want to get out, right? They say, do you know why the caged bird sings? Right? But once the caged bird is free, it doesn't sing anymore. All right? So I want to get out. And when I finally got out, and I got a chance to see around the world, I was so thankful that the message of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it reached us, and poor, disgusting black America. The message of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it reached us there. Yeah, in ghettos, bro, on drug blocks. Yeah, oppressed, illiterate, not unlettered like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when we hear like someone can't. He was a genius. He's just unlettered. No. I mean like modern times, 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, illiterate. The deen came and saved us, bro. Islam came and saved us. And one thing I see from traveling, one of the biggest things that I see from around the world is that Muslims cannot become lax, like lackadaisical. Muslims can't start to, wherever you see the Muslims flourishing the most, you also see Muslims be lazy the most.
Interesting.
So I'm not used to that. I'm not used to like lazy Muslims. I'm not used to that.
Really?
Yeah, because at home, if you're a Muslim, that means something. You're a Muslim, bro. Like, do you not know what that means? Like, you are a Muslim. You are a Muslim. That's bigger than being the mayor, the president, a politician, a police officer, a teacher, a lawyer, doctor. You are a Muslim. And because you're a Muslim, is that people are expecting you to have a very high moral compass. They're expecting you to be someone who can solve their problems. They're expecting you to be someone who can help them. They're expecting you to feed them when they're hungry. You are a Muslim. Right? And so I see around the world that Islam is very commercialized. And I didn't know that Islam was this commercial. I had no idea, bro. like when I was just in Atlantic City, just at Masjid Muhammad, when it was all we had was Imam Amin. I had no idea that Islam had become so commercial around the world. And we're losing our substance as young people. We're losing our substance as young people because even me, sometimes I give a talk and people in the audience are more knowledgeable than me. Young people, I'm not talking about older people, young people. They know more Quran than me, more Hadith than me. They like Sharia, like they're far more knowledgeable than me. But they have yet to taste the sweetness of the deen. And a lot of talks that people call me for in other countries are for the identity crisis amongst young Muslims.
Yeah.
Because the young Muslims want to be everything other than young Muslims. And for me, I don't get it. Right? But I don't understand it from the American context. But after being in England so many times, I get it. I get it. I get it. Social pressure, social ills, acceptance, right? Lack of knowledge, feeling disconnected from your homeland, disconnected from your country, right? Like you guys used to have like tribal languages you don't even speak anymore, right? Like were you from Asia, Pakistan?
Bangladesh,
and you? Same, right? So do you guys remember like when you used to have like that tribal language? Your grandma may still speak it some, right? But you're English.
Yeah.
You are English. It's like it is what it is, bro. Like I get it. You're Bangladeshi. You're Muslim. All of that. But you're English. And we have to try really hard to work on being English people who are working on being Muslims, and not Muslims working on being English people. Because after traveling, when I return home. Because about context, about commonality, that's our biggest problem that we have at home. Yeah, we're black, or we're Pakistani, or we're Bangladeshi, or we're Arab, or whatever it may be. Right? Is that we're Muslims working on being American, and we're not Americans working on being Muslims. And that's something that I didn't realize before because we were just in our bubble.
Yeah.
But as they say, bubbles burst.
Yeah. I'll just go back to a term that you mentioned. So you're saying like lazy Muslims. What would you define as a lazy Muslim?
Oh no, you're not getting me caught up like that. You're not getting me caught up like that. I don't know. If you're a lazy Muslim, then you know you're a lazy Muslim. If you're not a lazy Muslim, you know you're not a lazy Muslim.
Yeah.
But I can't give it any characteristics because Imam Amin calls me lazy. So yeah. He says he's been calling me lazy for years, bro. So I don't know if it was just encouragement or if he was, I don't know, but sometimes
the teacher does that.
But he still calls me like, he doesn't say anything nice to me. I mean, he'll tell me like "Assalamu alaikum habibi" and smile, and he tells me he loves me occasionally, but not like he just calls me lazy, like I don't study hard enough. I'm not.
No. But you make some good points though. You make some good points, and it makes sense. Alhamdulillah.
But I would say anyone who has capability to spread the deen, and they don't, that's lazy. And whichever way or form you can do it, because everyone has a different capability. So the guy with the camera, he has a responsibility to use that camera to spread the deen. Me and you have microphones. We have the responsibility to use the microphone to spread the deen. But then some guy, he does graphic design, and he put feet on the cup. He's using graphic design to spread the deen. So when I say lazy Muslims, I'm not talking about like just scholars or speakers or entertainers or that type of thing. I just mean anybody. Because we all have a responsibility together to uphold the nation of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Coming back to the second point, so we mentioned your travels and how that's opened up your eyes, really. But also just coming again back to that video. Surely that was that the first time that's happened to you? It happened to be on camera.
Oh, to be on camera,
yeah.
I didn't know that kid was recording me, bro.
Yeah.
I saw the video once, like last year, because for a long time I couldn't watch it. I don't know, it was like some type of. I don't know. Me or my wife. My wife still hasn't seen it.
Really?
It's been years now. Yeah, like 2 or 3 years now. But I'm like, I gotta see it. Like, I want to watch it. But we literally never watched it. And the kid was recording me. He had the phone up the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I not? And I thought to myself, I remember this kid with the phone, but I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. This kid's recording me, right? Like I don't know, maybe like one of those old man moments. You know what I mean? Like just old man and outdated. You know what I mean? And that pretty much changed my life. Yeah.
That one moment.
Yeah, it pretty much changed my life, bro. And was it the first time that happened? No. No. And those kids, they only responded to me in that particular way because they're used to me being like that. Right? So
you weren't just like a stranger that showed up and
no. Those two kids that were fighting, I didn't know those two kids.
Okay.
In particular.
Yeah.
But the bigger kid, my mom knew his mom. They worked in the medical field together. Like small city, right? I didn't know him in particular, but I knew some of the other kids that were there. I knew almost all of the kids that were there. Right? I knew almost all of the kids that were there, or their parents. I knew, right? But that day in particular, I like a lot of people don't know this because I don't say it much, but I had a construction company.
Yeah.
And when you say you have a construction company, doesn't mean I was failing. I was failing in the construction company. That's what I was saying, right?
Yeah.
I was just doing some general contract and trying to make some money, right? Salim had died, rahimahullah, and I was still trying to stay in construction, but I didn't want to work for anyone. So I did my own thing, and I failed miserably, right? So I saved up enough money to pay my bills for like 2 months. And Sheikh Yahya Rodas, he had a Al-Maqasid. It's this community in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So at the Ribat there, they had a 40-day program. And the 40-day program, we would start at Fajr. And then I did mine online from home. We would start at Fajr, and then we wouldn't get done until after Asr, sometimes after Maghrib.
Wow.
Every day. 40 days. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is going to be my chance to start to study knowledge again. Because I gotta, I always had like a burning desire to study Islam. But I had kids since I got married young, had kids since I'm young. So I just always got to work and pay bills. And so sometimes it's very difficult to sit down and study, and you got to, there's a lot,
Juggling all those responsibilities.
A lot, And I had Imam Amin, he had at one time he had time, but I couldn't get my life together.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm leaving everything, we're going to study. And we did that, and like 10 days later, because the break at Dhuhr, because you could take a sunnah nap, because that's the thing, the 20-30 minute sunnah nap, right? So I'm like, I'm taking my sunnah nap. Like, I need my sunnah nap, bro.
Yeah,
and alhamdulillah, my mom called me. She needed something, and that's between us, but my mom called me, and I'm just like, okay. I wanted to say no so bad, man. Like, but it's my mom. Like Sheikh Yahya, Imam Amin, they all talking about this. They all talking about like all this prophetic stuff. It's that Hassan. He's going over like the Autobayin of Imam Nawawi, and I think that was the day we had all learned like Enamelat Melobiniyat, like and into the end. But that was when we learned. That was like I never I didn't even know that hadith. I learned in those 40 days, in the 10 days. I didn't do that great in that 40-day session, but I did manage to learn that hadith.
Yeah.
Right. But that's where I learned it. So you're doing things like this. You're memorizing that. You say, oh man, okay, Allah, I'm doing this for you. Yes, Mom. And alhamdulillah. And then I went around to get I stopped at the store to get some candy, and then I went to the store, got some candy, and I wasn't even going that way. And I just rode up, and I seen those kids out there. I'm like, man, and then I wanted to just, like, I don't know what I wanted. I don't know what I wanted. But I think that's the thing. Life's not about what you want.
Yeah. Because
honestly, they were blocking the street. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way I can get to where I'm going. You're blocking the street, kid. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't know, but I seen Sheldon's face before I seen Jamar's face, and I was still sitting in my truck. I said, "Oh no, this is gonna get bad." These kids, the kids were crowding around, but you can look on the man's face and see if you know how serious he is. I said, "No, this is gonna get bad." And I don't know what made me necessarily like get out and stop the fight and all of that stuff and everything that transpired after that, or why I said what I said, or any of that kind of stuff. But it definitely increased my faith in Allah, because I realized from that incident and going viral that Allah can do whatever He wants. Because I'm just nobody, bro, from nowhere. Like, nobody cares about Southern New Jersey. Nobody cares about Atlantic City, New Jersey, bro. No one cares about Mashin Muhammad. No one cares about my hood. No one cares about the Heights. No one cares about the Village. No one cares about Back Maryland. No one cares about Adams Court. No one cares about downtown on Texas Avenue. No one cares about what you did on Pacific Avenue. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. Like, we're just left there. Like, nobody cares. And for me, I mean, I was prepared to live that way until we died. This is just our life, like, you know. And for so many people to be interested from something good, it was mind blowing to me. But it also made me sad some too. I was a little upset, and I don't tell many people this, but I was a little upset in the beginning. But I wasn't going to do any media. I didn't do any media. In the beginning.
What made you upset?
Just because I was off of Facebook already for maybe a year, 2 years at that time. I didn't even have a Facebook. Because I got Facebook in college, so it was like, you're not in college anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm old, bro. Yeah. So, when I saw that what really made the video go viral, it wasn't me breaking them up. It was the fact that they were fighting. That's what made the video go viral. It wasn't because I broke you up fighting. It's because you were fighting. If you had not been fighting, there was nothing for me to do. And I just realized, man, I said, people love to see black men from America just kill each other. And for me, I'm saying this to other black men, no matter where you are, is that we have to protect each other. And we have to be there for one another, because there are people standing around with their phones waiting to catch a nice video of us killing each other. And may Allah protect us from that. I mean. But I didn't realize how much black men were preyed on in the media, in music, like our whole lives. I just stopped. Like I didn't listen to Jay-Z in years, bro, or any of these guys in years, bro. I'm grown now. I don't like. I haven't listened to these guys in years, bro. But when I sit back on it and look, and it's like, yo, it's even one of the main ways of being successful for a black man is some type of criminality. Right? And for me, when that video went viral, and you wouldn't believe the amount of calls we got from who we received calls from, who wanted to do like spin-offs and follow-up. But I even had like some people want to do a documentary with me, and but they just want to highlight all the bad stuff. Like, take us around to the bad parts. It's like yeah, you're not gonna use me to sell the ghetto. Yeah, you make enough money off the ghetto as it is. Yeah, what do you need me for, right? You want the inside scoop on the ghetto, right? Like, you know, you keep your money, bro. Cause even like those kids in the video, bro. Like, some of those kids that were just around that I was pointing at, they see me today. They're not kids anymore. Some of them were seniors in high school, so some of them are like 21 now. Like, and some of them were freshmen or so, but now they're seniors in high school. So that they're all more mature. They have facial hair, that right. And some of those kids, they see me, and I don't know if their parents told them to or not, but they won't even speak to me.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the guy that was saying, you're the bad kid. These kids are fighting, and then I'm pointing at these other kids. So, it went viral and all those views, but maybe I could have had more manners with all those kids. Maybe there's something different I could have done. Because those same kids, some of them, they won't even talk to me. They'll walk past me. Some of them, they'll look at me and go, and just keep walking. Like, they don't want to interact with me. And then some of them, they're like, I don't know if they got in trouble with their moms when they got home, or their dads. Once everyone in the city seen the video, so it was like, you're, you know, like, it can be embarrassing for a family. Yeah. But some of those kids, they'll just look at me and keep walking. And that to me, I think to myself, in helping these two kids, that I hurt maybe 10 or 12 other kids, right? Because those kids went viral too, in essence. Yeah. No one came to ask them questions. Steve Harvey didn't invite those guys to the show. But it was more than just me, Sheldon, and Jamar. There was a whole scene there. Yeah. There was a whole scene there. There was a whole thing there that happened. And to this day, I'm still not sure how to use it for the betterment of black people and for the betterment of Americans as a whole, especially the Muslims. I'm not necessarily sure just yet. I'm trying to find my way because I understand that because of that, Allah Ta'ala, He gave the youth a likening to me. So I'm responsible for that. And I have to be serious about that, right? I have to say, okay, young people, they're going to listen to me now. So I have to watch what I say, watch how I say it, make sure I'm saying something with a clear point. But as far as that particular video, I'm still not even sure all of what happened there, bro.
Yeah, no, it's crazy from what you're saying. Like,
yeah, I'm still not sure.
You weren't even supposed to
even
be
like
there.
Sheldon
Like,
and Jamar, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
Like Sheldon became a Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, that Ramadan, he took Shahada on Laylatul Qadr.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, MashaAllah. It was just like in the masjid, and I was riding down my street. Because he lived close. We all live close. The store I stopped at on the way to the masjid, I think I wanted like a Sprite or something. You know, after iftar, right? You need like a little burp. Excuse my bad manners. And he was coming out the store, and the other kid, he lived on the street of the store. I'm not sure if he still lives there anymore, but he lived on the street of the store. Like, so we all live close. And then when I seen him, and salam a little bit, gave him $20, and he was like, he was just like, he's like, you know, because I said salam alaikum, and he said wa alaikum assalam. But in our city, the Muslims, there's so many Muslims that you'll see some guys with a beard or looking like a Muslim. He's not even Muslim. Or someone to come in the room and say, salam alaikum, and this guy's like, wa alaikum salam. And we're all like, bro, you're not even Muslim, bro. So I just, by habit, anyway, I don't know, I just always say salam alaikum as a, you know? So he says, wa alaikum salam. I said, oh, man. I said, you're Muslim. I said, because I didn't even realize I've given him salam to he returned salam to me. He says, no. He said, but you know, I really want to be. I said, really? I said, when? He said, I don't know now. I said, get in the car.
Wow.
We went straight to the masjid.
Yeah.
We took shahada in front of everyone, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah,
amazing.
Took shahada in front of everyone, mashallah.
Amazing.
That was the greatest moment for me.
Yeah.
Out of all this stuff, bro, that kid becoming Muslim. That was the biggest.
It's like the highlight. It makes it worth it.
Yeah, because for me, I say, okay, Allah is showing me that I can guide whomever I want. Allah Ta'ala can guide whomever He wants. And He brought that kid to deen. After he was fighting and some guy broke him up. And I'm not going to say that video made him be a Muslim. And I'm not going to say him knowing me made him be a Muslim. Allah made him a Muslim. Yeah. Right? But the point I'm making is that look at what came out of it. But then on the flip side, he went on Steve Harvey and got that money from Steve Harvey. It was like $5,000 I think he gave all of us. And I got kids. I went home. I paid like back bills. I had $5,000 on Monday and I had no money on Tuesday. I got bills, bro, and people to take care of, bro. Right?
Of course.
I bought my mom a nice gift, and then, I don't even think I bought my wife a gift. I think I bought my mom a gift. That was it, and then I paid bills. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But he got robbed at gunpoint.
No way.
Yeah, he got robbed at gunpoint. Yeah, they put the gun out on him, hit him with the gun, and they robbed him at gunpoint.
And they must have known. They must have known.
The
like,
whole city. I mean,
everyone knew.
Everybody knew you got. Yeah, I mean, it happened on TV. You knew that in England, right? Like.
Yeah.
But at home, it was and I think he only had, because by the time it aired, it had to be like 2 weeks after we went on there. So out of the $5,000, I think he maybe had $2,000 left. I think he bought some studio equipment because he wanted to get into making beats and all of that. So he had some studio. He bought some studio equipment like a Mac, a microphone, and all that. I think they broke in his house and robbed him from that. Wow. And he couldn't leave his money in the house because I think the house he was living in had like attics in it. So he had to keep his money on him. And but yeah, they robbed him at the corner store for like $2 or $3,000.
Wow.
Gunpoint. A lot of people saw it. You think somebody called the police, right? Like this kid was just on TV, right? You think somebody called the police, but nah, man.
Wow.
You think he called the police?
Yeah.
But nah, man. So for those kids, and even like the other kid, the bigger one was younger. Yeah. He's going to go to college next year, university in America, scholarship, smart kid. But he doesn't even him. He does. We don't keep in like close contact or anything,
Mm.
because he doesn't want to be known as the kid that was in the fight.
Yeah, of course. No kid would want to. Yeah.
Especially like, you imagine when you were 15. Do you want to be remembered for something stupid you did at 15?
Of course not.
Like, bro, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be remembered for something. I don't want to. My whole year of 15, we can just take it out. Right? Like, I don't want anyone to know about my life at 15.
Mm.
The whole thing, every single day of it. One day after school, because I got mad and got into a fight, like young people do. And some guy broke it up, and then my friend was recording it, and I don't want to be remembered for that.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of really small nuances in there that I haven't completely figured out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't completely figured out yet. Because for me, man, the whole big thing is to do dawah. I got you get notoriety or fame, or like you should ask Allah to protect you from fame. Ask Allah to protect you from having money, being rich. I know that's like, you want to be famous, rich, brave, smart, all of that. But even the Prophet ﷺ said, "Oh Allah, increase me in beneficial knowledge." Right? The Prophet ﷺ, he said, like, if you take more, whatever you take from the dunya, from what of it that you need, and anything more than that will be a part of your destruction. It will ruin you. So I get it, everyone wants money, but if you take more than what you need, bro, that thing is gonna hurt you. Right? You don't have knowledge to use people, to hurt people, to take advantage of people. You have knowledge to be a mercy to people.
Yeah.
That's when the knowledge is beneficial. Right? Like some of our teachers, they like I asked one time, I was with Sheikh Muhammad Mendes and Sheikh Aisha Prime, and we were at the gravesite of Malcolm X, and we were visiting Malcolm X, rahimahullah, the great American Imam, rahimahullah. May Allah Ta'ala reward him, and may Allah Ta'ala give him light and space in his grave, and may Allah Ta'ala resurrect him on the day with the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So we were at his grave, and then at the end we were eating. We had like a little picnic under the tree. It was about to rain. We could tell it was going to rain. So I asked him for some advice. And I remember she said that some of my teachers, one of the habaib, they were scared that fame was going to come to them. They feared fame. And so they sought advice. So what should I do if I fear to be famous? And they said, well, if Allah Ta'ala bestows fame on you, then think about your peer group. Before you do anything, consider your peers. And I just thought I was like, whoa, subhanAllah. This is bigger than me, bro. This is about all of us. Right? Like the lens that I see the world through, I'm not the only one who sees it through this lens. I have a whole peer group.
Yeah.
I have a whole age group who are affected directly and indirectly by everything that I'm affected by, directly and indirectly. And if I think about all of us, there's absolutely no way, bro, you can take the fame and try to use it just for yourself. There's absolutely no way, bro. There's absolutely no way. In fact, you think about it, it's like, the way we started this conversation, we talked about context. And we're saying how some things are the same some places, but things are just different. Yeah. So when I look at my peer group, some things are the same, but some things are different. But the solution to every problem is going to be La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So for me, I'm trying to do my best. Yeah. Trying to do my best, but it's not easy all the time to try to like kill your own nafs. Yeah. Because naturally as a human being, I like things, I want things, and I'm telling you like what the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said about taking more of the dunya than you need. But I had a big breakfast today. I had like kebab with like tomatoes and onions and like those like lettuce. We don't have that kind of lettuce at home. Like those like stringy like the lettuce, and I had the mayonnaise with that red spicy stuff, with the pita bread and French fries. That sounds like dinner, right? That's what I had for breakfast, bro. I could have easily survived with just the bread. Easily, I could have survived with just the bread. Easily could have survived that way. So that video, just to answer the question, is short and simple. Is You know, it makes me look in the mirror every day.
Mm.
Because maybe someone else doesn't understand it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
That, yo, no matter what I do at any given moment, Allah Ta'ala could display my actions to the entire world.
Mm.
And that makes me think about death a lot, and it makes me think about the Day of Judgment a lot. Because today, everyone loves me.
Mm.
Right? MashaAllah. People have a good thing to say about Imam Ali. Because a good deed of mine was exposed. MashaAllah.
Mm.
But on the Day of Judgment, everyone's going to know all my bad, too. And so I'm really scared about that.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking Allah Ta'ala to protect us and give us good lives and give us lives that have good endings. I mean. And for those young boys or those young men, they're men now.
Yeah.
May Allah Ta'ala grant them a life of felicity and love for the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And all those people that were watching. And may Allah Ta'ala help. May Allah Ta'ala help Black Americans to not suffer from the need of shock value.
Mm.
I mean, because the shock value is killing us, man.
Yeah. You know what you mentioned about fame, I think obviously it's what fame, popularity, wealth, money, dunya, this is what a lot of the youngsters are chasing today. Because like you said, like you've traveled, you've seen that it's not just America, it's not just in UK, fake, but everyone has this crisis, this identity crisis.
Fake,
it's all fake.
It's fake, bro.
And I think one of the reasons is because a lot of people just assume, especially the younger generation, that fame is what is going to guarantee you success and happiness.
Fake, bro. Like this whole thing is like like on this camera.
Yeah.
So someone's going to watch our interview on YouTube or something, right?
Yeah.
And that camera, what's your name? Shaquille. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. He told me that. So my boy Shaquille is going to edit it in a way where they won't be able to see this entire room.
Mm.
Right? So they don't see the pieces of tape on the ground, that piece of trash, those water bottles. Right? The M-Feed studio is beautiful, by the way. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. This is top notch, actually. But the point that I'm making is this.
Yeah.
All they're going to see, because he's going to take that camera, and we're using two cameras. We're using one camera that you're seeing that sees me, and then there's another camera that sees him.
Yeah.
He's going to take that, and he's going to go back and forth between the two.
Mm.
And they're all going to be in between this little frame. Yeah, this frame. On your camera, you have the nice orange elm feet in the back with your beautiful smiling face. On my camera, you have me, but then you have like an orange globe and the elm feet again in the back.
Yeah.
Right? So, no matter what, is that a person's going to see elm feed. No matter what we say here, good, bad, I'm in this picture, you're in the picture, we're going to see elm feed, period.
Yeah.
So when someone watches this, they're going to think of elm feed too.
Mm.
But they don't know all of what elm feed is. All they know about elm feed is what they saw in this frame that Shaquille went back and forth between me and you, and that elm feed was a poster on the wall. And depending on what I say here, depending on what you say here, is how they're going to rate elm feed. They're going to say, this elm feed is great. Or elm feed is weak, man. One or the other, right?
Yeah,
That's what they'll say.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Based off what me and you say. And this is called marketing. This is called marketing, bro. This is marketing, bro. Right? Even the fact you're picking the nice orange, like that's like nice marketing. That burnt orange thing going on, right? Like no matter who takes a picture, no matter what you wear, that's gonna stand out, right? It's marketing. And one thing that I see, the way that we're marketed to, what they allow us to see in that frame, it's horrible, bro. It's horrible, bro. And they just have shock value. And it makes you go, you see that? You see that M feed? You see that? You see that? Do you see the cups? You see that? You see that? You see that? You see that? Now I'm ready to give M feed all my money. I'm ready to dress like M feed. I'm ready to put on a burnt orange durag or burnt orange kufi, whatever you want it, right? Like, I want burnt orange Nikes. I'll even get an M feed tattoo now. Because in that frame, they put something in there that was shocking. And then they sold us elm feed. And I think it's very dangerous, man. I think it's very dangerous. Because the kids today, they don't understand that they're being marketed to. they're purposely being marketed to. Like, you think you're so cool. You think you're so cool, right? Because you can dress like someone else. I think the guy who made the fashion's cool. But you think you're so cool because you can mimic this guy off Instagram to the T. You're the victim of a game. They've marketed this thing to you, put it on Instagram. All your friends like you. They say, okay, this is what I got to do to be accepted. And then you went out into the shops and you spent the money and bought the exact same clothes. You even ruined the jeans and put holes in them. I think it was like, why who wears jeans with holes? Like, what's the point of wearing jeans with holes? You're gonna like. And then here's the worst part: is that we're Muslims.
Yeah.
So I see some Muslims, they have the jeans ripped up on the thigh. This is common here too, right?
Yeah.
It's regular, right?
Yeah, of course.
But you can't pray like that. Your outer is showing, bro. I don't care if you're Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, Hanif. It doesn't matter, bro. That's everybody agrees on that.
Yeah.
That's your outer, bro. Prayer doesn't count. But yet and still, you see guys in the masjid, Allahu Akbar, with holes on their thighs, bro. They're the victim of a game. They've been marketed to. They've been marketed well to. And it doesn't seem like a big deal because these are just jeans, right?
Yeah.
Everyone wears ripped pants in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe people who don't pray 5 times a day. For a person who prays 5 times a day, you just invalidated your prayer, bro. Because you're the victim of a game because you were marketed to.
Yeah.
Because we didn't always wear pants with ripped jeans. I used to get rips in my jeans when I was young. My mom put a patch on it. Like, these days they're ripping the jeans on purpose.
You can buy it ripped. It's part of the style.
That's the part of the style. That's the point I'm making.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
And they charge you more money for less jean. It makes sense. Yeah. But the point that I'm making, but why is that important?
Yeah.
Because it's new. It's new. It's so new and it's cool and it has shock value. Because when I walk up with holes in my pants, I'm different than you. I'm somebody. And I'm reminding the person who's looking at me, I'm reminding them of who they saw on Instagram this morning too. It's gonna make them love me.
Yeah.
Like I'm the real life impersonation of the impersonator. And may Allah Ta'ala help our youth. And may Allah Ta'ala help us. Because you're in your late 20s, right? Something like that, mid-20s?
Mid-20s, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in my late 20s. How about you, Shaquille? Late 20s?
Yeah,
Basically? Bismillah? He's like 22.
Yeah.
Basically, nah. He just had a 21st birthday.
I'm 22, nearly 26.
I'm 20. Whatever you want me to do. He's trying to have good manners. But nah, man, we're responsible. Because there's a thing, bro. Someone 40 years old, they're not even going to be in this conversation. Especially 50 years old or 60.
Yeah.
So because we're still in between them and the youth, we got a responsibility to try to explain these things. Because if not, bro, you're gonna see the next generation after those guys be far worse.
Yeah.
I mean, Allah Ta'ala help them with that. I mean.
Well, let's end with some. Like we said, a lot of the youth are struggling today. A lot of them are trying.
Yeah,
they're really trying. This is a genuine struggle. Whatever it is that they're going through, they're trying to break free from that. Whether it's someone who's caught up in the social media game, that they're just after fame and they have, skewed definitions of what happiness or success is, or others that are just genuinely struggling with other elements of their life. What final tips would you give to some of the young Muslims listening who are struggling, they're trying?
صلوات طيبات للحبيب مولاي محمد صلوات طيبات للحبيب مولاي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Because you need the Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم. I'm not even going to try to give you any modern advice. I don't have any modern advice for anybody. I don't have any modern advice. Find a way to connect to the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Find a way, bro.
Yeah.
Connect to the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Seriously, man. Like, so many people know about Islam, but nobody knows about the Rasul. And it's like you're forgetting that there is no Islam without the Rasul. You won't even know about Allah. You won't even know about Allah without the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You wouldn't even know about God if it weren't for him. And you think that you can worship God without him? It's darkness, man. It's confusion, man. It's confusion, man. And how could you live a life any other way than trying to imitate his life? What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? And so for young people, I don't know what happened. For someone 15 years old, I can't say the exact answer because I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what happened. We struggle where I'm from. We struggle. No money, no food. We struggle. And in that struggle, we connected to the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Awesome.
So a lot of my people don't know Arabic. A lot of people can't read Quran. Like some people where I'm from, they have the Quran in English, and that's what they got. They got Sahih Bukhari in English, Sahih Muslim in English, maybe some at Tirmidhi, maybe some Sunan, maybe a Shamail, maybe, right? All English, and that's what they got. That's what they got. A few books of Imam Haddad, that's what they got. And that's their deen, bro. But that struggle, they say, no, if this man, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if his life and his struggle, and if he's saying that through our lives and our struggle, that we'll get this amazing reward, we're going to follow this man. Because no one else has promised me anything like that for the blacks in America. No one's ever promised me anything like that. No one's ever given me that sense of hope and that sense of security other than Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And if you don't choose Al-Mustafa, so if you don't choose the chosen one, if you don't choose the chosen one, then you're choosing one who is not chosen. So for young people, anybody watching this, I'm begging you all, please choose the chosen one. Choose the chosen one as your role model and as your guide. Choose the chosen one as the one to impersonate. Choose the chosen one as the one to imitate. Choose the chosen one as the one to really look up to and to want to be like. And choose the chosen one as the one who can take you to Allah. And may Allah Ta'ala protect us from all of those who were not chosen. Ameen.
Jazakallah khair. It's been an absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you again.
Ask good questions. I don't know if I talk too much or not.
No, I think it's good.
I'm not sure, but you ask real good questions.
Jazakallah khair.
We do interviews a lot.
Yeah.
And people don't necessarily want to hear the real.
Yeah.
You know? Like everyone wants to hear like they ask you about the fight video, but they don't want to hear you talk about how things are today. We want to talk about Steve Harvey, bro. Like you didn't ask me anything about Steve Harvey. I appreciate that. You know?
May Allah bless you, bro. And just to finish off, may Allah bless all of our Ilmfeed viewers. I hope you enjoy.
Ameen.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our dear brother Ibn Ali Miller.
Ameen.
And of course, stay tuned for more podcasts coming very, very soon, inshallah. Take care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.